Iron Man Armor, Mark 17 Iron Man 3. Tony Stark's 17th Iron Man armor, the Mark 17 Iron Man armor, also known as Heartbreaker, was designed with artillery-level repulsor technology in mind. That belonged to the Iron Legion. Tony Stark created the Heartbreaker armor following the Battle of New York. Iron Man and War Machine utilized the Heartbreaker armor as members of the Iron Legion to combat Aldrich, Killian and his extremist warriors. It first appeared in Iron Man 3 when Tony gave Jarvis the order to start the House Party Protocol, which turned on the suit and all the other suits to help Tony fight Aldrich, Killian. Under the instructions of Tony Stark's House Party Protocol, Jarvis activated the Mark 17 and all the other armors in the Malibu Mansion's basement. Then, together with the other 35 armors, it took the lead and flew out of the Hall of Armors toward the rocks and oil rig. It was one of the 7 armors that lined the Iron Legion's entry, along with the Mark 39, Mark 40, Mark 35, Mark 33, Mark 15, and Mark 27. When the Iron Legion came, it was the first armor to appear in the scene. It ringed the area where the other armors were stationed and awaited orders from Tony. The Iron Legion's appearance surprises the extremist soldiers, as it is shown floating among the other armors in the backdrop. When Tony gives the command to target extremist heat signatures to Jarvis. "Yes, sir," is the reply from Jarvis to disable with extreme prejudice, resonating through every suit, even the Mark 17. The armor then began to hunt out and fight the extremist soldiers within the rig. While the combat was still going on, it was able to repel some of the soldiers with the assistance of the other armors. As the troops surrounded the Mark 35, Tony gave the order for Heartbreaker to assist Red Snapper. The Mark 17 carried on fighting the extremist soldiers after the Mark 35 was destroyed. Later, Jarvis took control of it, and it landed on the platform where Rhodey was. As Jarvis spoke with Rhodey through the armor, the Mark 17 picked him up and carried him away. An extremist soldier leaped on the armor as it shot upwards. Rolling over, the Mark 17 tried to get the soldier off of it. Instead, Rhodey went down, and the soldier was still on the back of the Mark 17 when it took off. Another brief sighting of the Mark 17 occurred as Rhodey was trying to save the president. Since the armor was one of the 21 that remained intact and, with the assistance of the other Iron Legion armors, managed to destroy the remaining extremist troops, it was assumed that the armor had engaged in combat and killed a number of extremist warriors during the battle. In the aftermath of the conflict, the Mark 17 then goes back to circling the oil rig. Then, at Tony's command, the Clean Slate Protocol was activated, causing the Mark 17 and the other 20 armors to burst into pyrotechnics. Tony did this to demonstrate his love for Pepper Potts, his girlfriend. That was the 4th suit to explode.
Violet is the hot mess now. I understand why you don't want to give up the suits. Don't talk to me.
Everything will never be okay. Down a little bit. Drive it.
Will there be anything else? Protocol, sir?